Hey, welcome back to my channel. So I'm super excited today because I'm finally gonna get to do the breast pump junkie video that I really wanted to do. As you can see from the title of this video, I have a lot of breast pumps and I really wanted to go over them with you guys and tell you guys which ones I'm planning to use or try out once I deliver the surrogate baby and start exclusively pumping. Right now I am 38 weeks pregnant with the surrogate baby and pretty much could go into labor any day, any minute, any hour. This morning I actually did have some contractions, but they seem to have gone away. After I'm done doing this video, I am gonna go on a little walk and hopefully that will maybe get things going. Who knows? I've been eating a boatload of pineapples, so my stomach's like meh. But if I'm out of breath, it's again due to the breath. But yeah, I hope you guys like enjoy these types of videos. I'm really excited to film this one. I think what I'm gonna do is kind of go over some of the pumps that I used for my two boys, and then go over some of the new pumps that I'm planning to try and use during this exclusively pumping journey. So the first pump that I ever used was the Medela Pump and Style, which I got this through insurance, and I got this pump. I had it with my first son. I actually really like this pump. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using it this time because I have like a lot of other pumps that I really want to try, but I think this is a great pump. It's not very quiet, but it definitely would pack a punch. I really liked this pump. I liked that it was portable, like it's pretty small, it's not heavy. Medela makes really good pumps. I liked it. I'm not planning to use it for this exclusively pumping journey, but I am planning to keep this one in my pump collection. My husband's probably like, why is my wife so crazy with all these pumps? But it's okay, honey. Alright, the one that I got with my other son, my youngest, through insurance was the Spectra S, I think this is the S2. Yeah. And I got this through insurance. I really liked this one as well. The reviews on this one were a lot better than the Medela Pump and Style. A lot of people kind of, I felt like, picked the Pump and Style as their first pump, and then this was like their second pump that they picked through insurance, if that makes sense. I really liked this pump. It didn't quite stimulate me enough. It was a little bit too like soft, but it's so quiet, and it definitely isn't like the kind of like Medela Pump and Style type pump. Like this one definitely vibrates, and I'd say if you're having trouble with a pump or with whatever pump you have now, try this one. The only thing is it's big. It's not heavy, but it's big. This is like a bottle holder in the back. It's a bit of a learning curve because of all the buttons here, and it also has a nightlight, which is really helpful. But I do really like this pump. I definitely would recommend it to other people. I won't be using it for this exclusively pumping journey, but I do want to keep it in my collection. But I really wanted to mention the Spectra because a lot of people, you know, ask me, is the Spectra good? And it totally is good. It totally is. I've just already tried it, and I kind of want something that'll stimulate me a little bit more than this guy. But like, I really liked how it was like vibrating instead of like pulling at my body, if that makes any sense. So the other pump that I used for my youngest was the Lansinoh Smart Pump, I think is what this one's called. I probably should remember, but I used this one because I wanted something portable with my youngest. With my first, that pump, the Pump and Style was pretty portable, but the Spectra, like, it is just hell to try and pump with that thing in the car because it's so big. But I wanted to try something else, so I think I purchased this pump off of Facebook, and I'm gonna link the Facebook pump group that I'm part of. It's like a buy and sell group, and then you can also, you know, like ask questions and stuff about pumps. But anyways, I got this pump there. It was brand new. The lady who had it like never opened the box. And you can get this through insurance, I think, depending on your insurance. But I don't know like how I felt about this pump. I don't think I'm going to be using it again, just because it really, like, the battery life absolutely sucked. And it does have batteries, which I really liked because I wanted something portable, like I said, but of course I can't open it. Yeah, it totally holds like 1 billion batteries, so it actually kind of, wow, as I like break it, it actually kind of becomes a little bit heavy. But I didn't really like it. The parts that come with it are like super annoying. I don't really know why. I just didn't, I don't know, I just didn't like it. Not to say that if you try it, you're not gonna like it, like you'll probably love it, I don't know. It definitely was easier to figure out than the Spectra, and I liked how the screen was so big. I love that it's purple, because purple's my favorite color, but it just didn't quite do it for me. I do think I'm gonna be selling this pump at some point, but I do want to mention it because it is really small, and that is a nice thing, but I just felt like it really kind of didn't do it for me. It's also not considered a hospital grade pump, where the Spectra pump is considered hospital grade. So, you know, that could have been a reason. I'm not really sure, but it just didn't quite do it. Sorry, Lansinoh. So now I'm going to be moving on to the new pumps that I got that I want to try out during my exclusively pumping journey after the surrogacy. The first pump that I want to talk about, I'm like super excited to try this pump. It's literally so freaking tiny. This is called the Baby Buddha. And let me like put it up against the Medela. Like, it's, look at that. That's freaking so small. Like, how do they even make it this small? But anyways, the background story of this pump is that this thing is supposed to like essentially rip your nipples off your body. It goes from like level 1 to level 9, which most pumps I think only go like a 5 or a 6 if we're doing numbers. But this pump, it literally just has a little ball here. This is the on and off button, and right here is like where you put the tubing, and you can wear it. Like, you can wear this. Like, whoever, the engineer of this pump is the smartest person ever. And actually, speaking of engineer, the person who did invent this was a husband of an exclusively pumper, and he was sick and tired, I guess, of his wife complaining about how like she couldn't carry her pump around or something, and he was an engineer, so he engineered this pump, and I guess it's like become super popular since then. I don't think you can get this pump through insurance, no. And I think it's about, I'll like link all these pumps down below, but I think it's about like $170, which actually isn't too bad, because if you think about it, like the Medela Freestyle is like $300, and the Medela Sonata is like $400, so like that's actually pretty cheap for a pump. I love that it has the lanyard. So I'm planning to try out this pump. I've heard that it's really, really, like the suction is really, really intense, but I really want to try it. I mean, look at how little it is. Like, this would be perfect. You could totally bring it in your car. You could slip it in your purse. You could even like put it down your shirt and kind of like tighten this thing, and nobody would even know. Nobody would even know that you're pumping. I also want to try and use this pump with Medela parts. There is like a certain way on how to hack that. I want to do a whole nother video on like pump hacks and how to use certain parts with other pumps. You don't necessarily have to use Medela parts with a Medela pump. You can use like Medela parts with a Spectra pump, or vice versa. I definitely want to do that, so if you're interested, like, give this video a like. But I want to try this pump with the Freemie Cups, which is essentially, they're just like these plastic cups that sit in your bra, and you pump into the cups instead of into actual bottles. And with this pump, since you can wear it around your neck, you can literally like hide everything you're doing in your shirt, so you can walk around and you don't have to like sit and pump, which I think is awesome. Like, hello. So I definitely want to try this guy out. I'm really excited to try him. The next pump looks kind of like the Spectra pump, but it's not. This is the Medela Sonata, and she is their newest pump, and she's pretty cool. She has like this really pretty interface. I still have the plastic on her because, you know, like we want to keep her nice and sweet. I am definitely planning to try her out because Medela has said that she is the closest to their Medela Symphony, which I was trying to get a hold of. The Symphony, that's that big, huge hospital grade pump that you see. It's like square. They like sometimes roll it out to you. I haven't been able to get my hands on one of those, and I really do want to try that, but this is supposed to be like the next tier down from that. So I'm really excited to try and use this one. She does have like a handle back there. This is the on button and the power adapter plug-in. Yeah. And this is where you plug in the tubing. And I've heard kind of mixed reviews on this one. I've heard that some people either really like it or really hate it. Some people can't really tell the difference between this one and either the Pumpin' Style or the Symphony. So I'm really interested in trying it. I do kind of wish that it was a little bit smaller, like it is kind of big, but I'm thinking maybe this could be my pump for like when I'm sitting at home, and maybe the Buddha or something will be, you know, something that I bring with me, or this is like something that's more stationary. This one does have a battery option, which is awesome. It's like rechargeable, so I do like that they put that in there, and I definitely am excited to try this one out. This is the Hyigena. I'm not actually sure which model this is. I think this one's a little bit older, but this is a hospital grade pump, and there really isn't that many reviews on this one. And I don't really know too much about this pump. I do want to try it, but there are a couple of other pumps that I have in my collection that I want to try like before this one. But I did just want to have this one on hand because it is considered hospital grade. So I felt like if all the other pumps like didn't, you know, work out, like maybe this guy would. But if it totally doesn't, I will probably be selling or giving this pump away. The next pump is the Medela Freestyle. This is definitely a little pump compared to that. I wanted to try this one with my youngest son, but I was never able to get my hands on it. I bought this one through the Facebook pump and sell group, and it came with all the parts. The lady said that she barely even used it, but I love that it has the little like clothing clip on the back. Like, I just think that whoever invented that was like a really, that's a good idea, because it kind of is like the lanyard that the baby Buddha has. And this pump is not like this pump is not it's definitely not the quietest pump, but I've heard that some people absolutely love this pump. Some people are like, it didn't really do it for me. But I'm thinking that if the baby Buddha's suction is way too, you know, suctiony for me, then I'll try this one. So I definitely wanted to try the Freestyle, and I really like Medela, so I'm hoping that this pump will also be something that I enjoy using and I can like give you guys a really good review. The last pump that I'm going to be trying is the Motif Duo. This is a fairly new pump, I want to say. There isn't like that many reviews out there. I've seen a couple YouTubers review it. It's pretty much almost the exact same size as the Freestyle. This is literally the quietest pump ever. Like, I don't know how they made it so quiet in here, and I absolutely love how it's shaped. Like, it just fits in your hand like really nice. The only thing is that there's no clip or lanyard to kind of like make it a little bit more portable, but it does have the option of double pumping. All these pumps that I've showed you have the option of double pumping, which is, you know, which I think is like totally important. This has a rechargeable battery, so does this one. This one, the Hyigena, does not have a chargeable battery. That's the only thing, so that one would be more stationary. But I've heard really good things about this. I've heard that the suction is a lot kind of gentler. I just really want to try this one alongside the Freestyle to kind of like give you guys a comparison as well. I'm like really excited to try all of these. Like I want to, you know, give them like a really good chunk of my pumping time, and you know, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks for each one to really try and see how I actually like them, instead of just like trying one time and being like, you know, I don't know. Like I really want to give them all like good fighting chance. I'm going to be trying out 5 pumps on this journey, and which seems like a lot. I know, like I'm a little bit crazy. I feel like the ones that I'm like most excited for are these 2, but who knows, like I might end up like not liking those. Like it's really hard to tell because pumps like are sort of personal preference, but then sometimes like, but then they're also not, because I feel like a lot of people are like, wait, which pump did you like? Which pump should I get? Because you can only get like 1 pump for free from your insurance. You know, a lot of people are like, I want to pick like the best one, and that's, you know, why I want to do these videos for you guys, so that you can totally pick out those good ones. And I just have sort of like an obsession with pumping, so yeah. Oh, and I did want to show you guys the pump bags and accessories that I'm going to be using. So the first one is kind of big. This is the Sarah Wells Claire bag, and I'm going to open it for you. This is a specifically designed breast pump bag. I mean, you don't have to use it, but it has like certain things inside of it to keep your pump and keep your milk cool. This is what it looks like inside. It looks kind of weird, but those squares are because right here you would zip this and you would stick your little pump right in there. When you're out and about, you would stick your little pump in there and you could just pump right from your bag, and then when you're done, you just close it. So Sarah Wells, like, she is awesome. I follow her on Instagram, and I will link all of her information down below. Her bags are a little bit pricier, but honestly, I got this bag when she had one of her outlet sales. Like, it is good quality. Like, I can totally feel that it's really good quality. It also has this little zipper section here for like your phone or something, and they come in like all different colors. And yeah, the next pumping bag that I also got is, oh, there's some stuff in it, is also by Sarah Wells, but this is her Lizzy bag. So this is kind of like more of the casual bag, but it still has those pockets for your pump. So, that's awesome. And look at it. Look at that purple. Like, that's pretty much why I got this bag, was because it was purple. And they also have a Facebook group where you can buy like used Sarah Wells bags, and that's where I got this one, where the Claire, the brown one, I got that one brand new. So there is a lot. You probably can't see but there's a lot of space in there. I do have some pump parts in there as well, but there's a ton of space for pumps. You could put your laptop in here. Like, it's just endless. And I really have to say, like, I'm totally a sucker for like bags, pumps, like, you know, just any of those things. Like, my husband is literally just like, why do you have all this stuff? And I'm just kind of like, honey, I need this, okay? Oh, and I did want to mention, these are the Freemie Cups, so let me take those out because I did mention them, and I do want to show you guys what they look like. Okay, so these cups, literally, let me take this, hold on. All right, okay, so this is the collection cup. This is the kind of like flange, so like your nipple would go in there, if that makes sense. And then here's your tubing. So you would they only go like a specific way. Like, there's a little nook there, and that kind of sticks. That's where your tubing goes in. You just clip it, and this is what it looks like. Oh, my battery's dying. No. And so this would literally just sit like right in your bra, and all you would see, like this part hooks up to the pump, all you would see is just like tubing kind of coming out. So you might look a little funny, but definitely not as funny as like just sitting in a chair pumping. But I don't know. Oh, my battery's about to die, so I definitely need to wrap up this video. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun filming it. I really can't wait till I can start exclusively pumping. It's literally going to be any day that I have the surrogate baby, hopefully soon. But thank you guys so much for watching, and if you have any video requests, just leave them down below, and please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.